Okay, this is going to be part 2, but I'm just clipping out. Well, I already clipped them out of the other one for the most part. I'm going to clip out and put together all the pieces and places we talked about Decade Divas, both last year, 2025, and this upcoming year, 2026. Well, this year, now when you're going to see this. Okay, that's it. Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm here with the Spoonie Stitcher, Shannon.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about all of our connections and how she played a big piece in my growth. So Armchair Chef Lori, Armchair Chef had come across Shannon's channel and said, "Hey, Lori, you have a chronic condition. I think you need to go check this Shannon out." So there was a night where Armchair Chef was live and there was hardly anybody in there. Shannon thinks it was about 5 or maybe 6 people in the chat. And so when Shannon came in, Chef Lori said something to the effect of, "Oh, Lori, that's the Shannon I was talking about." And she was like,
why are people talking about me?
and so then we started chatting, and I was like, okay. And then I think you were doing a live the next night with Teresa, I think, and talking about Decade Divas. I think I think it was like the next day. What kind of things would you can talk about what your experience, you can talk about Decade Divas from last year, you can talk about, and then talk about what's coming up for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so go right ahead.
Decade Divas is something that I started with my friend Teresa at Critters Crochet
Yes.
and Ashley at Gwinspired. It started out, we called it the October Opals because the 3 of us were October babies. We were born in October, and we decided we wanted to do a spirit week for fun. Well, when you're a spoonie and you do a video that's that involved every single day, it breaks you. So we decided the next year, let's do something else. So I was watching something and I immediately texted Teresa and I was like, "Teresa, let's do something with decades next year." And she goes, "Okay," because she's game for pretty much anything.
Right.
And somehow we decided, I'm sure it was me because I love alliteration, and I decided the Decade Divas was a cool name.
Yeah.
And so what we did was we got 2 more people, and we said everybody's responsible for a different decade. And you'll be like the host, but everybody's going to make a project, but there'll be like a host that week. And so we did that, and it was very successful, and it was a lot of fun. But it got confusing. And again, we're just experimenting here. I mean, we never know what's going to stick. So we tried it, and the next year, well, first of all, that year we skipped the 1970s, and both Teresa and I heard about it. How could you skip the 70s? Like, because everybody got to pick their decade. It's not like we were going in order. We did for the thing. I mean, we put people, whoever went first, was their decade was first. But we didn't care what decade you picked. It was just for fun. And nobody picked the 70s. Nobody even thought of it. That was the crazy thing. There's 5 of us. No one thought of the 70s.
Which is really funny when you consider the fiber arts. Yes. The 70s is all about them. It's so but it turned out to be a blessing that you had missed it.
Yes, because this year, 2025, we chose to do Decade Divas 70s celebration. And we tweaked it again. Instead of having 5 people, we asked over 30 people to join, which was a lot.
Yes. That's a lot of management. Yeah, there's my paper doll. Yeah, that's my project. It was a crocheted version of a paper doll. Like, you can take. My idea was to make lots of different outfits, but that's as much as I got done.
Mine was based on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and you did a whole production.
I love that show. So, yes. But anyway, people still really love it. And so we decided we're just going to keep Decade Divas going. And we have an idea for 2026. And if this one works and works to the success that we think it will, this is how we will keep it going from now on. Right. If it doesn't, then we'll change it again.
Right. You got to find what works. And there's, especially when you are coming up with a big concept like that, there's always going to be adjustments to make. So if you find a recipe, so to speak, that actually works, you go with it.
Yep.
And yeah, and I had so much fun doing the little advertisements. Me and Sam by Hook or by Needles. Her new channel name, Sam's Yarn Basket, I think is her, but I don't think she's changing it officially till January. But she's, but yeah, she and we did little ads for the Decade Divas, and it was a blast.
Thank you. Yeah, Teresa and I had some stuff come up that we were not planning on. Teresa at Crochet, I probably should say that.
Yes.
We were not planning on. Our life kind of went around August, and if it wasn't for Sam and Lori, people may not know about the videos. Because yeah, they were invaluable to us. So thank you so much. And
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was like I was telling Sam. I mean, it was really her. She inspired me to do what I did, but I had so much fun. I'm like, oh, I can show this, or I can show that, and I got to talk about my dad because he's hilarious, and his iconic '70s look. But it was a lot of fun to do that. But again, there's no way. How on earth, with everything you had going on your own channel, would you have had the capacity to do that kind of thing with that many channels?
Yeah. I mean, I was proud of the fact, I mean, I was running all the emails.
Right.
I was running all the advertisement. I was running, people were asking me questions. Oh my gosh. Some people really need to learn that there is such a thing as a dumb question. That's just something I would like people to understand that really does exist. Whatever you were told in elementary school is wrong. And,
oh yeah. Teenagers, having taught high school, they would let each other know that was a dumb question.
So that answering the same question 50 times is not fun. It's like, especially when it's in the email that you just sent, but you know.
Right.
Yeah. So there are parts to this that are stressful, but I think we have come up with a game plan of this is the least amount of stress on us.
Right.
But everything should work seamlessly if people follow the rules. That was also a problem.
Right. The streamline piece of, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm, if you want to think of it as like good cop, bad cop, Teresa is good cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
She loves to give people second chances. I don't. I have what I have a Glinda personality with an Elphaba soul.
Well, honestly, like second chances at some level have to be earned. Like you've got to have a good reason for me to give you a second chance.
But regardless, it's super fun to be part of it.
It is. It's a blast. It's so fun. And it brought out so much like creativity in people. And no two projects were alike, even though like there were a couple themes that kept coming up, Granny Squares and Star Wars. But of course, because what is more iconic from the 70s than Star Wars? It's not the route I went, but I mean, technically it was a Granny Square, right? Like I still had that. That's
we knew. I mean, I think Teresa and I both were like, how many Granny Square projects do we think we'll see?
Right. And it wasn't like, but they were all creative and interesting.
So different.
So not one of them felt the same, which was cool. And again, even with the Star Wars, not one of them was the same.
Yeah. It was amazing. And I was shocked. No one did the same characters.
Right.
That
was the surprise. Right. Considering how many different characters were exactly no overlap.
Now, if we'd done this a few years ago, all the Baby Yodas we would have seen. Oh my gosh. And as somebody who's made 3 full-size Baby Yodas, that's a story on my channel if you want to watch it. Yeah, I was shocked that there was only one Yoda. I was shocked.
Yeah, only one Yoda. And then, like I said, every Granny Square project was unique. It didn't feel like, oh, somebody else did a Granny Square. So it was
dolls. Lots of people made dolls. None of them.
Yeah, my doll's totally different. Jana K. Is it Jenna K or Jana K?
It's Jana K.
Jana K. Her dolls were different. There was another bigger channel that did dolls. Jessica, no. Anyway, I don't remember. There were a lot. There were I don't remember every. Yeah, when I first saw some people doing dolls, I'm like, hopefully nobody did what I did. But no, nobody did what I did because I took it a different direction. But anyway,
I did Amigurumi last minute only because we had just lost Lonnie Anderson. And so I was like, I can't miss this. I have to do something. So I did something really last minute and slipped it into my video because of that. But also that was also sadly a blessing for me because they were starting to play clips of WARP.
Yes.
It was like, hey, people are going to know what I'm talking about.
People were looking it up. And so it was probably giving you more views than you would have naturally had.
Terrible.
Right. It's unfortunate, but like sometimes it's something bad being used for good is how I look at things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we as Spoonies, we have to often frame things that way. So, and you When will you be announcing Decade Divas for 2026?
Well, it's a good question
Okay, not sure yet. Okay.
because I can't tell you this part. Teresa and I decided that for this year, we're going to hand pick people. So we're going to look at channels that we think would be a really good fit. We think we're gonna look at channels that they make a lot of this kind of content. So asking them to do this wouldn't be out of the question. And channels that need to grow. So we started this. Well, okay, we started this for fun. October Opals was for fun.
Right.
But this year we were trying to help the tiny channels grow.
Right.
And it was very disappointing that the big channels that were supposed to help us were not really willing to. And so we're very sorry for those tiny channels because that's why we did this the way we did this year, having so many channels.
Right.
But instead, people just got lost, and I
Right.
think we fixed that issue too. So I
Right.
think we fixed. We went through and saw all of the things. Teresa and I had a meeting, and we went through and saw all the things that went wrong and all the things that went right. Like these were successful, these were not. This
Right.
do this year. This is what we need to fix. This is what we need to keep doing. That kind of thing. And so Teresa is learning very, very quickly that if you want to do a collab with me, I'm very methodical.
Yes. Yes. Structure and analytical. You're going to look at, yeah. Yep.
This is actually why we're the perfect team. We do a lot of stuff together because we're the perfect team. She
Right.
is the visionary. She is the fun one. She is the one that is like game for anything. I am the analytical, realistic, down to earth, and it's like, okay, this is what you want to do. How can we realistically get this done? And I'm the one with all the structure. But that's why we work, because she can make me more fun. I can make her more structured. She can help. We can help like inspire each other. And that's why I think we work. That's why you see us do a lot of stuff together, because I think we're actually kind of a dream team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that complementary
Mm-hmm.
pieces, it is helpful.
The other thing is that we can't announce anything about Decade Divas till we have our Decade Divas.
Gotcha. Till it's all set up.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So we can't actually announce anything until we have the right people, because we also want that video to be, hey, here's everybody who's participating. Make sure you're following them.
Right. Right. It's more streamlined is going to be just so much nicer in that regard. For me, because that was a challenge for me, doing the little ads, having to make sure I hit 6 or 7 channels and make sure that they didn't get lost in the crowd, like you said. It's a whole thing where yeah, I think the streamlining, but yeah, so the actual full announcement won't be until everybody's lined up.
It could be March, it could be April. We just don't know, because we have to make sure we have a solid number for moving forward.
Right.
Because again, I'm not telling you, but there's a really important reason why we have to have solid numbers. Unlike this year, where we had numbers, but people dropped out and stuff. You can't drop out of this one unless there's an emergency. You can't drop out of this one.
Right.
You'll see why.
Right. And okay, gotcha. So there's more to why that matters. Okay, got it.
Yes.
That seems very reasonable.
But so many people have asked us, like, what's the theme? What's the theme? And
it's it's still a secret.
We do have it, though. We decided it one night, and Teresa was like, yes, this is brilliant. So we're definitely keeping the theme. But in fact, Teresa even tried something the other night. She's like, it didn't work, but I was really excited to get started. It's like, well, hey, you were excited about it. This is good. This means other people were excited about it. So
Right, exactly.
Well, it was so nice being here today. And like I say on my channel, remember, life happens. Yarn helps. And spoonies can stitch it up too.
Thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? And hugs to you all. Bye.
Bye.